Segment 1. The Approaching Shadow of Kali. It was the transition period from Dwapara Yuga to Kali Yuga. King Parikshit, the grandson of Arjuna and the son of Abhimanyu, was ruling Bharatkhanda. One day, as he was visiting a place, he saw a man hitting a bull that was trying to stand on one leg, as its other 3 legs were mutilated. He was also abusing a cow. The king admonished him and was about to sentence him. However, the man revealed himself as Kali Purusha and said, "This is to show you what will be happening in Kali Yuga." Then, the bull spoke, revealing, "I am Dharma." The bull explained that its mutilated legs showed that Dharma on earth was slowly becoming extinct, and it was on its last leg to show a little Dharma still survived. However, Kali would see to it that it would also slowly die. The cow then spoke, saying, "I am Prithvi, the earth." She warned that in this yuga she would be abused to no end, as they would dig very deep holes to bring out the fire from hell, spoil her top surface badly, and cover her surface with hard, impenetrable material. She said she would suffer from thirst because the elixir from Varuna, rainwater, would not get into her, and crops and vegetables would be grown with man-made manures, turning the earth into a desert soon. Parikshit was stunned at the projected effect of Kali. He ordered Kali not to enter his kingdom, Bharatkhanda. Kali said he would gladly go, but noted it depended on the king's governance, as Kali normally takes shelter in places of vice, gambling, immoral relations, and intoxicants, and enters into the minds of people. Kali stated that if the king eliminated these, he wouldn't be able to enter the kingdom, to which Parikshit agreed. Kali then requested one more place to relax, complaining that his current place of shelter suffocated him. Parikshit granted him shelter in illicit or ill-gotten gold and wealth, which Kali accepted wholeheartedly. Parikshit did not know then that he had just signed his own death warrant. Segment 2. The Ill-Gotten Crown. After allowing Kali to rest in illicit gold, Parikshit continued his good governance. One day, he wanted to go hunting, and adorned himself suitably. He chose a crown that had a past. Here is the story of that crown. Jarasandha, the father-in-law of Kamsa, was very upset when Krishna killed Kamsa. Jarasandha had intense animosity towards Krishna, Balarama, and the Pandavas. To settle the matter once and for all, Krishna, along with Arjuna and Bhima, challenged Jarasandha. Jarasandha chose Bhima for a duel until death. Eventually, Bhima killed Jarasandha and took his crown. However, instead of handing over the crown to the successor to Jarasandha, Bhima kept it with himself. That illicit golden crown was inherited by Parikshit as the sole heir to the Pandavas. Segment 3. The Curse. Parikshit, wearing that ill-gotten crown, went hunting, and Kali occupied that crown. From the crown, Kali started dominating the mind of Parikshit. While chasing a deer, Parikshit saw it vanishing near an ashram. He went after it and came across Rishi Shamika, who was meditating. The king asked the rishi about the deer, but the rishi was unaware of Parikshit, as he was in deep meditation. Parikshit's mind, under the control of Kali, ignored the meditation and took umbrage. In anger, he garlanded the rishi with a dead snake. Parikshit went on his way, reached the palace, and removed the crown. Instantly, Kali's dominance over his mind came to an end, and he did not remember the act of unjust insult meted out to the rishi. But Rishi's son heard about the insulting act and cursed Parikshit that he would die of snakebite within a week. When Rishi Shamika completed his meditation, he saw the dead snake adorning him. He discerned that it was done by the king. He was puzzled by that eccentric act by the noble king, and soon deduced the influence of Kali that led the king astray. Rishi just ignored the incident, but when he came to know about the curse by his son, he rushed to the king and told him. Parikshit felt ashamed and decided to face death for his dastardly act. But the rishi and the citizens wanted Parikshit to be alive and rule. They built a mansion for Parikshit on a single column and ensured that no insects could breach the security and enter the abode. Segment 4. A Debt from the Past. Parikshit was wondering, as this was the second time attempts were being made to save him from death. To know about that first attempt, we have to go back a bit and recall Dronacharya and Aswathama. Dronacharya, a Brahmin of the sage Bharadwaj lineage, befriended Drupada, a prince, during his Gurukul days. After completing their studies, the prince and the Brahmin went their own ways. Drupada became a king and got a son, Drishtadyumna, while Drona the Brahmin took to the teaching profession and became Guru Dronacharya. He married Kripi, of the sage Gautama lineage, and they had a son, born with a divine gem on his forehead. A divine voice gave the name Aswathama to the child. Drona became the preceptor, or guru, to the Kajawis, the Pandavas, the son of Drupada, and of course Aswathama. Once, Drona went to Drupada and reminded him about the promise made by Drupada during the Gurukul days. Intoxicated by being a king, Drupada heckled Drona, insulted him, and welshted on his promise of giving half his kingdom. Drona was enraged. killed Drupada in a battle, and took half his kingdom as per the promise made during Gurukul days. Drushtadhyumna, son of Drupada, had intense animosity toward Drona and waited for an opportunity to kill him. Meanwhile, Dronacharya became the Rajaguru in Duryodhana's cabinet, where he just witnessed the unfair dice game, the humiliation of Draupadi, and when Duryodhana rejected the peace negotiated by Krishna. Segment 5. The First Deliverance. When the Kurukshetra war began, Drona took part as a general for the Kauravas. He, being a Brahmin, had no business becoming a fighter. He compounded his error by favoring one set of students, the Kauravas, over his other set of students, the Pandavas. He had played favoritism earlier, too, by asking for the thumb of Eklavya to promote Arjuna as the archer. Drona, with his mastery over weapons and martial arts, was causing maximum damage to the Pandavas' army. The Pandavas were reluctant to act against their guru Drona. Then Krishna, by sounding his conch Panchajanya at a critical moment, tricked Dronacharya into believing that his son Aswathama was dead. Drona was engulfed with sorrow, and in the battlefield he dropped all his weapons and sat down in grief. Drushtadhyumna, son of Drupada, seized that opportunity to behead Drona, avenging the death of his father. When Aswathama heard about the way his father was killed, he vowed to take revenge. He wanted to make the Pandavas experience grief when they lose their sons. He killed every child of the Pandavas, and then heard about Uttara, bearing the child of Arjuna. He wanted to kill that embryo in Uttara's womb, and used an astra to do the job. Terrified to the core and with unbearable pain, Uttara sought the help of Subhadra, and they both sought Krishna's help. Krishna, with his Sudarshan chakra, defeated Aswathama in his attempt to kill the embryo, and cursed him to roam around the earth in utter misery and suffering for more than 3,000 years. That was how Parikshit escaped death and was born. Now the second threat to his life was looming above his head. Segment 6. The King of Snakes. Parikshit had heard about the incident of Krishna saving him before his birth, but now Krishna had left the earth, and so did the Pandavas. Moreover, he was ashamed to have done that ridiculous act, and felt that he deserved the curse delivered by the son of the sage Shamika. He thought about the sage and wondered how he, as a king who has to protect his people, had insulted the sage in meditation, while the sage forgot the incident and rushed to save him. His stature was at the dumps, considering the magnanimity of sage Shamika. He was prepared to die, and with amusement, he saw the elaborate arrangements to protect his life, feeling that his life might be saved yet again. But he was unaware of the anger of the king of Nagaloka, Takshaka. Having won the battle, the Pandavas had wanted to create what is now known as Indraprastha. It was a thick jungle and was the abode of snakes. While they were clearing the jungle, many soldiers died bitten by snakes, and many snakes were killed by the soldiers. Arjuna became impatient and set fire to Nagaloka, the kingdom of snakes. All but a few snakes perished in that holocaust, but Takshaka the king escaped by the skin of his poisonous teeth. Takshaka was enraged by the genocide and took a vow that he would avenge these deaths by killing at least one from the lineage of Pandavas. When he heard about the curse cast on Parikshit, the lone heir to the Pandavas, he decided to act. He saw the heavily guarded mansion on a single column and the elaborate security arrangements. He also saw that fresh fruits were supplied to Parikshit every day. The king of snakes turned himself into a worm and hid inside a fruit. When Parikshit took out the fruit, Takshaka bit him and killed him, thus avenging the genocide committed by Arjuna, the father of Parikshit. Ahimsa paramo dharmaha. Ahimsa paramo dharmaha. True practicing of ahimsa requires abstinence from causing pain, injury, or harm to any living being through mental, manaskarm, avoiding violent thoughts, anger, greed, jealousy, and ill will; verbal, vachik karm, refraining from harsh words, gossip, lying, cursing, or wounding the feelings of others; physical, kayik karm, avoiding killing, harming, or inflicting physical injury on others;